Today, I want to talk about an important concept that I didn't understand until after I quit drinking. I don't know how I missed it because it was kind of staring me in the face the whole time, but there you go, I did. So, here's what I want to share with you today. No matter what your problem is, no matter why you drink or what you are trying to mask or fix, alcohol will always ensure that you end up with more of that problem. So if, for example, you drink because you're bored and you think drinking helps you pass the time and fill some empty gap in your life, then guess what? Alcohol will go and keep you stuck in a life that bores you. Now, yes, in the short term, it will kill a bit of time, but in the long term, it will create more boredom for you. And that's because when you're drinking, you're far less likely to be proactive and try new things that might be genuinely fulfilling. You're probably not going to maintain the relationships you have so well or find new things to do. I mean, why would you make the effort there when you can just sink into a bottle instead? But because you're not doing those things, you are then going to be faced with that same boredom again soon. Do you see the trap? It's just the same with stress. If you drink because you've got a really challenging situation going on at work or at home, or in both places maybe, then guess what? Alcohol will ensure that you stay stuck in that stressful life that doesn't feel manageable. And why will it do that? Because when you're drinking, the chances are that you won't do much to address the cause of that stress head on. You'll be trying to drink and ignore it. And if you're anything like me, you may also end up doing something stupid or saying something that you regret, which then creates more stress. So then you start the next day with your stress levels already sky high, way higher than they need to be. You can literally take any problem, and I can show you how alcohol is making it worse. Let's do another one. Let's look at grief, for example, because I work with a lot of women who are grieving and have been drinking through that. And they might have lost someone in really tragic circumstances, and it can seem as if alcohol is helping to ease the pain because it distracts them from it briefly. But actually, it's doing the opposite. Alcohol is a depressant that slows the central nervous system and brain. This makes it harder for people to process their emotions. And with grief, you do actually need to feel it to heal it. So drinkers who are grieving can get stuck in this limbo state with ongoing unresolved grief. And it really is alcohol that's keeping them stuck in that place. So like I said, alcohol always gives you more of what you don't want. But the reason it's so hard to see this in the moment, and the reason that I think I didn't get it at the time, is because drinking alcohol is a bit like plugging your brain into the Matrix. Have you seen that movie with Keanu Reeves? I know it's a bit old now, but in that movie, in the Matrix, the people there, they think they have this great life. But actually, they don't realize that they are plugged in. And what they're really experiencing is a simulated reality, which is there to distract them from the evil forces that are really at play. Alcohol is the same. If you drink because you are feeling lonely, alcohol won't change that. It's just that it helps you plug into the matrix for a little while, so you notice the loneliness less. But the next morning, or the next day, whenever you're next hungover and unplugged, that loneliness will still be there, and it might even feel worse. When you've been drinking, I reckon pretty much everything is going to feel worse the next day. So that's what I wanted to share today. It's a really big picture video, and I'm going to close with a big and important question, which is this. Are you willing to unplug from the alcohol matrix and just be present with whatever it is you keep drinking over. I know that might sound hard or intimidating right now, but I promise you that in the long term, that will be the easier option. When you take alcohol away and you just let everything come up and you just be there with it, and you sit in the discomfort of that stress or that loneliness or that boredom or that grief, whatever it is you drink over, well, first of all, you might find that it's not as intolerable as you think. But second, if it is unpleasant, then that can fuel you to start making changes, to start getting help, creating a life that you don't want to numb out from, and finding other ways of just managing your world. So I'm Kate B. Wherever you're watching this, please scroll down and leave me a message in the comments. Let me know if this kind of big picture idea resonates with you, and I hope you have a great week ahead.